Well, hello everyone. Thank you guys so much for being here already. You guys are so early. I love it. And a frog. Everyone is here. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So, Feeks, Dragonwolf, Apple, Momo, my dear hubby, Ramdude, everyone is here. Yay! I'm so happy. And then we also have the lovely TheHolyFlam3 on the other side.
I am here.
He is here. Frog, thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you so much. I didn't really realize what it said until I read it actually. I just saw your name. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. And a short cuddle. Do you want it for yourself or is that for Frog? Because now it could be. Who's getting the cuddle?
Cuddles.
Cuddles. We both have a short.
Yes.
Right, we will both be hugging the short.
We came prepared.
Both. But well, fair enough. This one is for Vixie. I will show you the eye.
Cuddles.
Cuddles.
Froggo cuddles.
And the other one was for Grotnex, apparently. Hugs.
Yeah.
You're not late yet, Hope. Don't worry. We haven't really started yet. Just saying hi. It's all good. Cuddle Goblin. Say that in his voice.
Cuddle Goblin.
There we go. And hugging. Yes, and hugging. Momo wants cuddles too. Or you can do cuddle the short. And we will do it. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is making me so happy. She redeemed? Wait. Oh yeah, she did redeem. I'm sorry, Momo. I missed it. Momo gets the cuddles too. And then Feeks has another one. Well, one of you can redo that. Refund that. If you want. Erfie, why am I missing everything? Oh, you followed me. That was on screen. See, I'm very bad at this because I only do this every 3 weeks. Erfie, thank you for following. And hi, Cher. I see you in chat.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, Feeks. We'll do the cuddle that you did for Erfie. I'm never gonna lose this shark. I'm just gonna cuddle the entire time this way.
What the fuck, Twitch? I just fucking... I just sent money to you and now you're not giving me my fucking emotes? Yeah, twat.
Excuse me?
I subscribe to you and Twitch isn't giving you... No. Or isn't giving my alert and also not giving the emotes. I can't use the emotes now.
That is weird. Thank you. It was a little out of the blue, but thank you.
Sorry, but it don't work. And now $5 later. Because Twitch doesn't want to fucking process.
Figure it out. It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, there we go.
Dragonwolf did refund it. It's all fine. It's all good this way. Oh wow, I can't type. Free cuddle, I guess. It's true. No problem. About time you started playing a game again, man. Holding on to the shark while reading. I could. As if I wouldn't like an hour of cuddles. You are very correct. Oh, there it goes. Nice.
Yep, now it works.
Whoop. Thank you. No, simp. I mean, Frog, you say that, but you've been subscribed way longer, because this is the first time he has subscribed to me.
Second month.
Is it?
Yep, 2 months.
But my bad. Apparently I read it wrong.
Subscribed to tier 1, yes.
And yeah, fair. And I remembered wrong. I'll admit that too. It's a lot of stress,
It's
okay?
not my turn to be judged. Oh, it always is your turn to be judged, buddy.
I mean, it's a good judge, though. Because it's all the thankies.
You will never escape the judge hammer. The gavel.
The warhammer. A sippy. Now, there is a good idea. Thank you, Veeks. I'll do that.
Yes, good one.
With all of the hyperness, that's a very good idea. For sure. Be sure to smooth your voices before the reading. Thank you. Always judge the frog.
Judgment Day.
Oh, and a stretch. Let's do a stretch. I can't get all of my hair on the screen.
It's always so nice to have a stretch and then hear your body pop like 4 times.
Yes, it is. Definitely.
And then lowering your arms and have it pop again.
Yes. In your shoulders and in your neck. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, mostly shoulders, shoulder blades as well. My back cracks a lot.
Yes, it does.
And my elbows do.
I've heard a few of them.
Yeah.
Vix asks what's on the drinking menu. I'm guessing for you that would be water. Because it usually is.
Popcat.mp4.
Vix asks what's on the drinking menu.
The reminder your body is a temple, old, cracking, and haunted.
Are you ignoring me or can't you hear me? Because this is confusing. You couldn't hear me. Okay, cool. Great to know. Vix asked what is on the drinking menu, and I already said that twice.
Oh, for me it's water.
I knew. I said that. But if you didn't hear me, then I doubt others did. And if they did, then Discord is being annoying. But for me, it's usually Monster. In this case, it's the punch.
It's usually water.
I know.
I wasn't ignoring you. I didn't see your message.
You didn't hear me. I think that's also their point. They all heard me, but Discord is probably being annoying. I don't have a bonk redeem, Momo. I'm sorry.
We all heard you. Holy's just deaf. Yeah. Facts.
Yes.
And also, I'm a certified idiot, so...
Yes! I get to tell you that every 2 weeks, at least. Vix. They're the big shopper kind of bags, so they got the fabric handles. That plus the big groceries and cold weather leaves an impact. Yes, carpet burn, apparently. He said that.
Yeah, that I saw.
Can I join the Deaf Gang? Yes, definitely, Dragon Wolf.
Welcome to the certified idiot crew.
Yes.
Population 3.
Who are you including?
Frog.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, right?
Apparently Dragon Wolf wants to join both the Deaf Gang and the idiot group. I mean...
The dumb fuck squad. The dumb fuck squad emits big goon energy.
Oh, Momo too?
You're forgetting Ramdude. Oh, Ramdude's in.
I mean, definitely an idiot. Definitely deaf. So yeah, fair.
Yep. Both is good.
Both is good.
Oh, Momo's in too. Everybody who wants.
I mean, can I come?
Sure.
Cool.
You're not an idiot.
Sometimes I am, though.
Fair enough.
I do hear most things, so I'll give you that. I'm technically not deaf.
Okay.
But it does happen still. Doesn't it happen for everyone?
Did you get your idiot diploma?
No.
Frog. Key to group supervisor.
I love you, Annie. God.
Making sure we don't set the kitchen on fire.
I'm sure then, since Hope is actually a mom, she'd help me. Please help me. No, Apple. No, Apple, you will supervise with us. You're not an idiot and you're not deaf. I can't believe that. You're too perfect.
Well, deaf, maybe.
Yeah, I mean...
An idiot, no.
There we go.
But wow, I want to burn cookies.
No. Oh, at least hope is there for me. I don't have anything to worry about.
You're not an idiot, Apple. God damn it.
Sitting there making sure me and Holy don't break shit by Frog. I mean, witchy altar stuff is fine. Like, good candles. No problem. I never get to burn cookies.
Some black cookies.
Yes, please.
Some black candles.
Definitely. She has those.
Yeah. Nice.
You can burn the cookies, Momo, but you're gonna have to eat them after too. And not throwing food out. Fair enough, Hope. Fair enough. Good teaching.
Cookies from the hood. Where the hood at?
Oh my god, this is amazing. This is so much fun. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's an emote for that. It's just not mine. I can't find them here. Why can't I find... There it is.
Why is there no... Why?
There it is.
Hell yeah, it's gone.
No,
My
it
list.
isn't. I have it. Copy it from mine. Copy it from mine.
What?
I had a kid once calling baking cookies burning cookies, and I loved it so much.
I can't even use my own fucking emotes. What is Twitch doing, man?
I see it.
I don't.
I think Twitch is just being twitchy.
I'm gonna refresh my browser window.
Fair enough.
This is dumb.
Fair enough. I had this with yours as well a while ago.
Oh, now it shows up. Okay. Cool. Now it's back. I don't understand.
Try making a phone call with a telesam. I don't know what that means.
It's like a... yeah, I know what it is, but I don't know how to explain. Oh, Rando's in for the thicker.
I know. I was already shaking the box. He needs a little space to climb up. Okay, apparently he needs help. Come on.
He's already thick enough to not get on the table.
He won't jump up, yes. There you go.
Too much work.
There we go.
Lazy ass kitty.
Yes, definitely a lazy ass kitty.
Thicker.
But he's so nice though.
Nom 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 nom.
Can I have my headphones, please? Thank you. He's right here still. You can almost see him. Not gonna lie, making food while listening, and upon hearing the snack box, I turned around as if I was going to be handed something. Are you eating cat treats, Frog? Because if you
treats?
If you do, there might be something wrong. If you're eating cat treats, if Momo's feeding you cat treats, send an emote that tells me you're not okay. I'll come bring you food.
Pixie said, Frog hearing the snack box like cue Metal Gear sound.
Why would I jump, human? I has you to lift me. That is why I keeps you here. It's very true. That is definitely the sticker. Definitely.
Oh, sausages.
Nom. Whistles innocently. Sure, Momo. Sure. You're fine.
You know what the best thing is about sausages?
Do tell.
They smell nice.
They do.
Salami lid.
Num num.
It won't fit.
Num 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 num. No.
Nom nom.
Yeah. Yeah, now I can't reach my keyboard because there's a cat in the way. That's Drooling over my arm. Cool.
You sniff the sausages, yes, because they are made for your schnoz.
Definitely.
That's why they're sausages.
Sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
Yeah, right? You don't smell meat?
I do.
You're gonna get freaking diseases if it's bad.
That is very true, actually.
Make sure you sniff your meats.
He's still here, by the way. He's literally in front of my laptop, so I cannot do anything. Can barely reach.
Oh wow, it's a name for an old snack made for dogs.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Frog dog.
But I like the name, so I call the sausages now. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Can't smell the difference, so just taste. Usually you can discern badness from taste if it's bad enough.
Yeah, especially if it's just a little bit and you don't get sick from it.
Yeah. Oh, he went all in laying down here. I can't reach my mouse.
Oh, good.
It's gonna be a long stream. Nah.
I mean, chapters are gonna be done in 5 minutes, so well, it's not, but
what? What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
The story's cancelled. So the chapters are gonna be short. So the intermediates are
I mean, the second one is quite long.
Yeah, the intermediate scenarios are gonna be longer.
Let's take a remote takeover. Okay, so
sticker be like, I'm in.
I may have pushed him off the table a little bit. Because I do want to share my story with you guys.
It's just like a cat does with stuff, like, right? Just cats shove stuff off of tables, and you just shove cats off of tables.
It's karma.
It's the same way, like one hand.
Yeah, definitely. There's I just said, like, I really want to share my story, so I'm actually gonna tell you something again that I just did. Because I think people should know where my love for writing comes from. So just before this, Holly and I watched a very old comedian called Harry Eckers. He's very Dutch, very Haags.
Very Dutch.
And at the end of that show, he sings a song about a painting, a landscape so pretty, and it has a setting sun. And sorry?
An upcoming song.
No. The entire time the painting is with a setting sun, and at the end he sees the sun rise.
Excuse me.
No problem.
Misremembered.
So that song is one of the reasons I started writing, because the way he describes the painting is actually a reason that I started having a love for visuals into text, like, or the other way around, for text into visuals. The way certain groups of words can make a picture come alive. And I really, really hope that when I talk about my story, or if you read along with my story, that you can see what I see in my head, because there is a full visual for it. Putting images into words to create new images, yes.
Yeah.
So I hope that gives it a little insight into me, into how I started writing, and why, because it's definitely a reason that I started writing.
The nice thing that he did was he explained it in so little words.
Yes.
Yet you can easily discern what it would look like.
Definitely. Yes, you would definitely know that feeling, Hope. I know that.
Yeah.
I see your stories in my head when I read them.
I mean, I see this one as well.
Hi, Cherry.
Very, very vividly.
I was in the middle of my story, but hi, Cherry. Thank you for being here. I know it should be on your break, but thank you for being here. Hi. Momo sees my story as well. That's the goal when writing. Yes, it definitely is.
Cherry!
Thank you, guys.
How was you, Cherry?
How is everyone?
Yeah.
We didn't really ask anyone yet. Oh, I heard that.
No.
We haven't even started yet.
Gnawing on pizza. Ooh, good times.
Apple says, I see it too. You paint the picture well. Thank you.
Hope, nice.
Hope won a book.
Won a book today.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That's a good question, Momo. I already knew she won a book. I never asked which one it was. Also, what pizza, Cherry?
Cherry pizza. Cherry on pizza?
I mean, it could be good. With the right other things, it could be good. You don't like it, though.
Pepperoni.
Key, dum-dum. Yes, Key is a dum-dum. You don't like reading? What are you doing here? Shame! Momo misses reading. I knew that already. Sons are the houders. It's
Houders.
Dutch. Houders. It says houders. Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Corrected herself.
Never mind. Consider the following: pizza with Nutella, cherries, powdered sugar, and whipped cream as a dessert pizza. It sounds great. Flying fish is taking over. I mean, I wouldn't go for warm dessert generally anyway.
I would.
It depends on what it is, but I won't generally go for it.
Exclude the cherries, and I'll be fine.
Exclude any type of fruit. Add more chocolate, and Holy is happy.
Yes.
Yes, ice cream with freshly baked crepe or freshly made brownies. Because I will eat those warm with ice cream any day.
Can I change the ice cream into more Nutella?
Yes.
Then cool. Then I'm down.
I also knew you didn't like ice cream very much.
Mm-hmm.
Brownies!
Mine.
I mean, come fight over them.
Yeah, exactly.
Come get them. Brownies and ice cream. Nom nom. Now I'm making everyone hungry. Oops.
Yes.
I mean, it's a good thing everyone is hungry, because that's the same feeling that our characters have, because we don't give them a lot of food.
No. Well, they have food.
They do, but not a lot.
Well, you just don't read it.
That's also true. But it does happen at some points where I just forget.
They don't need food.
Don't tempt me, Key.
Tempt more, please.
I mean, I did tell her no last time she asked because of all the rules. So
yeah.
Fair enough. Just gonna yeet myself on a plane and sneak over. You don't have to sneak, sweetie. You can be here.
Sneak past the rules.
I mean, she would be fine. It's one person.
I think we're gonna just let her come over and just stay with you and go back?
No. Then I'll send her over to Frog and you and then Momo and like all of the people. She will just be passed around. Sneaking towards
Cherry becomes a volleyball.
Law say no. Well, technically law say yes, just not a party. Brownies with extra chocolate sauce, shredded chocolate and whipped cream with chocolate, and chocolate ice cream. Vixie's going all out.
Ooh.
All the chocolate.
Passed around. I'm not a bike.
No, you're a volleyball, apparently. Everybody gets to share cherry. I mean, I can just send her to you too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Law said say no from traveling from UK.
See, that is something I don't know. So fair enough. I think I would get sick from so much chocolate. Then give it to Holly. He'd just be happy.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
It would definitely be too much chocolate for me because I can't handle dairy. So no for me.
I handle dairy very well.
Happy for you.
Very dairy.
Yeah, same, Cherry. I'd love to see everyone. We'll get there at some point. We'll get there. It will happen. Yes, Apple. Indeed.
Yes.
I'm off next week. I don't think you understand how upset I can't come over. If you're off next week, I am too. We'll just call the entire week.
Cram. Nah, cram.
What is cram? Do I want to know?
No.
Okay, cool. Don't tell me. Still vote for Castlefest with PDD. Yes.
Oh, yes.
We should just have a weekend or something to come together as soon as the evil corona has been defeated. It will happen. It is already in the works. We will go bowling and picnic. There will be bowling and picnic. Right, Frog?
Whoa.
We're gonna make it happen. Hi, Pantream. Thank you for being here. There's someone new.
Little mushy substance you put between your gums. Don't think it's dip, though. It's not dip.
Okay. I still don't want to know. Thank you.
That's cram.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I said it. I think we'll need a week.
Barbecue.
Apple, I would love a week. Can we have a week? Bowling and barbecue. Sorry. I mean, we could picnic, barbecue.
Works the same.
Yes.
Picnic and barbecue.
There we go. We'll just do all of it. Oh, or we picnic before with all kinds of nomies that I made. Then go bowling and then barbecue after.
Or you go bowling and barbecue, which is basically at the same time.
Fair.
Or picnic and barbecue, sorry. Which is basically at the same time. And then after you go bowling in the evening.
PB&J. Picnic, bowling, and joy.
Yes.
I like that. Everyone is agreeing, so we're gonna do this, guys. And board games. Yes.
Woo!
Definitely. Oh, I'm so excited. I want to do all of it. We're already half an hour into our stream.
Yep. I mean, it is just chatting, you know.
True. Can't argue there.
Tabletop stream? Oh, yes. I do want to do a tabletop stream at some point. Yes.
Very much
that's probably going to happen when I get a new house. So I can get a setup where I just fix a camera to I don't know, a light bulb.
Yeah.
Point it down. And then just at the table. So some magic, some title blades. Snackies,
I want to be there.
Music. I want
it all.
Of it. Mine. The family business.
You do bring a lot of chattable, fun people together. What did you expect? I mean...
Exactly. Look at this chat. It's filled to the brim.
You know, the funny thing to me is there's only 3 people in this chat right now that I brought in. The rest I found when I found Frog. I'm so happy that I found Frog. Exploding Kittens! I have that one.
Oh, yes. Exploding Kittens, Cards Against Humanity. But the TOS approved version.
Here to Slay.
Here to Slay, yeah. I don't know that one.
And I have...
Seems good.
The unicorn. Unstable Unicorns.
Unstable Unicorns.
So much fun. All the lost Katie's found a home. I'm maybe looking for another place. Not something really in the near future, but still nice. Momo, that's good.
Nice.
That's good. Keep working on that. Just don't go away too far, please. Okay, Jerry. Have a good work day. We'll be here after. I'll be on Discord after. Love you.
She just loves Little Cherry.
I love Little Cherry.
Yep.
Little Cherry. I love Cherry.
There's 5 more.
There's 5 more.
She'd be like, there's more where that came from.
Yes.
More Little Cherries.
And a sateen heart from 7.
And some Twitch hearts.
Yeah.
From Veeks. check out the loving living room by Nightbot.
Thank you, Nightbot. Nice. Good timing. Half an hour, so spot on.
Yep, always.
Nice.
Every 30 minutes.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot of emotes. I see Jelly, Drooman, Satine, Frog, Holy,
myself,
and Yuki. Yeah.
I didn't even hover over any of them. I just recognized them.
Me too.
Hooray for me.
Actually,
hooray for us.
I think I have almost all of them as well.
I don't think I have Yuki's. And I think Drooman's are expired. Yeah.
I got one this morning from Drooman. Superfluous Moon, or Superfluous Moon has subbed me. This is all the emotes with a heart I have. And yes, I included my own. So I missing the one from Satine, and I added the one from Cherry in this case. Oh my god, Momo.
Whoa.
And you did add a few that are Twitch global.
Yeah.
So fair, but I did mean the ones from subs in this case. But yeah, fair. Trying to move
I have the one from Night.
Yeah, I really need to resubscribe. I don't have the money. I want to subscribe to everyone. I just don't. I can't. Try. That, yeah. Fair.
Well, everybody has that problem at some point in their life, honestly.
I'll just supervise on my own. It's fine. You can take a seat in the circle of people. It's fine.
No, Apple will help you supervise.
I thought she said she was an idiot too.
Well, she's not an idiot.
She's just deaf. She can be whatever she wants.
She doesn't want to agree that she's not an idiot.
Well, I agree with you. She's not. True. Okay. Momo will help me supervise. No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that's burning the cookies.
That's
approving of Frog and me destroying the house.
That's just no. You don't go to the frog. It's fine. You just go in the other corner. Just.
Do you agree with me when I tell you you're not? No, you're not an idiot, Holy. No.
I tell him too much that he is.
I know I am. Wait, no, I'm a good supervisor. Ribbit.
If that incident wasn't enough to let me join, I spent 5 minutes looking for my key and wondering how I drove my parents' house without realizing I was holding it in my hand. Yeah, useful.
Okay, well, maybe supervision roles are taken away from you now. Hope. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It does mean I get 4 more people to supervise.
Take care of.
3 children and a husband.
4 children, you mean?
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes. I do love her husband, though. He's great.
We love your husband, too.
Yes, I love my husband more. That's why I married him.
Yeah.
And yes, Hope, that's your ticket into the idiot crew.
Welcome. Welcome to this shit show.
I think we've had enough laughs for now.
I think we should move on, yeah.
And let's try and get into the story. So even if you guys are chatting, I will kind of be ignoring that until the chapter ends. Most of you already know this, but I figured I'd say. And then Holy will start with our summary.
After Lonara got some provisions in town, they head into the woods towards Gardana. They find a goblin named Grodnix in the river. Just as they are about to speak to him, the mysterious figure comes out holding a girl by the neck. They fight him off and help the girl. After that, they travel a little ways towards Gardana, and we get to know Grodnix and the girl Maka a little more.
There you go.
Now I will open my stream. There we go.
That is useful, yes. Chapter 9. Halfway through the night, Amarilla had decided to become her wolf self. It was a more comfortable way to lay on the forest floor. She went into the shrubbery and changed into her wolf, came back to the group and lay between the women and David.
So magnificent. I wish I could know how it feels to be something completely different.
She huffed. Now he speaks, she thought. He just smiled slightly.
If you want to close your eyes for a while, you should.
She whimpered.
Still afraid of your concussion?
She nodded slowly.
Are you still dizzy? You tend to heal fast.
He said, looking at her leg, that had become way better in the past days. She motioned her head from side to side to indicate a maybe.
I should have asked this all 5 minutes ago, shouldn't I? When you were still human.
She nodded in agreement and huffed.
I guess I feel more comfortable this way too.
He had read her feelings perfectly. She did feel more comfortable as a wolf. Not only because she could protect herself and them if another attack came, but her human skin sometimes felt off to her, like it wasn't completely her own. She felt less. She felt that less being the wolf.
Get some rest. It's only a few hours until the sun comes up.
She put her head on her front paws and slowly closed her eyes. A few hours later, before the others even woke up, Amarilla opened her eyes again. David was sitting in the same spot he was before. The only difference to the forest was the light. It had started getting lighter. It was becoming morning. She got up, which made him look up instantly.
Are you okay?
She slowly nodded and then fluffed up her fur.
Dizzy?
She shook her head. It felt completely fine. Her stomach rumbled a little, so she shot a sheepish look at David.
Hungry then?
She danced around on her feet a little bit.
You want to hunt, don't you?
She nodded.
Go ahead. I'll stay here until you return.
She didn't need more encouragement. Speeding through the trees, she went in search of any delicious smell. Eventually, she came back with blood around her mouth and on her teeth. The others had woken up at that point. Macaw was staring at her with wide eyes. That's Amarilla! Amarilla darted to the river and lapped up a lot of water, after which she rubbed a wet paw against her snout to make sure it was clean.
I see you found something good.
David asked, a little amused. She barked as she hopped back to them. Will you stay like this?
I think she wants to stay like this, until we are about to leave the forest. It makes her more comfortable.
She nodded her head and made a happy yipping sound. They traveled for several hours before they reached the edge of the forest. We're about to leave the forest, Lunara told Amarilla. She reached into the cart and handed Amarilla a dress. She bounded away to change into the bushes. She came out fully dressed and they continued on to the city. I always feel a little uncomfortable around so many different creatures, Amarilla muttered.
Never know who to trust.
I like the city. I always saw quite a lot there. They approached the edge of the city and Lunara led the way. It was nearing the end of the day, so they were going to look for a place to spend the night. Lunara, knowing Amarilla didn't have anything to spend on lodging, immediately offered to get a room together. She knew a very cheap inn where they would even get some breakfast in the morning. Grodnix and Macaw tagged along, when they heard it was a cheap place to spend the night. David went with them, but when they were talking to the receptionist, he was the only one that didn't request a room.
I have somewhere to be. I'll be back in the morning,
he said when he saw Amarilla's questioning look.
I'll be fine. Just wait here for me to come back.
Are you sure? Amarilla asked, and he just nodded. He left, and they went to their respective rooms.
David's perspective. David left the inn to find his own place to stay the night. He wasn't going to spend money or to rent a room with a bed while he didn't even need a bed. He roamed around the neighborhood for a while before settling on an alley behind the building. It was out of sight and calm, no foot traffic. The building itself gave some shelter in case it would rain during the night, although it wouldn't be the first time he meditated in the rain. He really did have to meditate. The previous night, he had purposefully not meditated to make sure everyone was safe, and he could feel that there was an immediate need to find his center and calm. He went to sit down against the building, put his bag behind his back so it would be trapped, and found a comfortable position. A few deep breaths later, he found his center and his head went silent. His breathing became a deep, slow rhythm. Time went by, and he would hear some things from outside, but nothing alerted him before the first hit to his face. Just before he opened his eyes, he could feel someone yanking at his backpack. His eyes shot open and his fist shot up. A foot hit him in the shoulder, and he was shoved into the wall. He was being assaulted by two men. One was a reptilian, the other had fox-like features. The fox was trying to yank his back. The other was getting ready to hit him again. From his meditation position, he shot his foot out, and the guy about to punch him got knocked down to the floor. He shot to his feet, and the second one got ready to attack him. David moved backwards, and the punch missed. The reptilian on the floor tried to kick up at David, but he dodged that too. Stealing. Detestable. He grumbled. His fist shot out and to the standing man and connected with his cheek. A grunt of pain and a yell from the man on the floor were heard. 2 punches in, on either side, the man on the floor had gotten up, and David heard footsteps approaching rapidly.
"Break it up! Stop fighting!"
A voice bellowed. Law enforcement came up to them. The whole squadron was made up of elves. There were 5. They pulled David away from the bleeding men, who were still trying to attack him. David let the man take him. His attackers kept yelling profanities and trying to go near David. They were brought to a building across town and checked for weapons. They took his backpack and put him into a cell. The men were placed in a different one, but David could still hear them yelling profanities at him. They seemed to be more mad about the fact that he beat them up, instead of not being able to snatch his things. They yelled for a little longer, and eventually they quieted down. No one came out to him the entire night, so he went back to meditating. At least here, he would hear the door open, and that would spark him to come out of meditation. After several hours, David was convinced it was morning. He opened his eyes, and soon after, 2 of the elfin enforcers came in.
"So, what happened?"
The female elf asked. "I was resting. They tried to steal my backpack," he grumbled, his voice even more hoarse from not talking the entire night. "I was defending myself." "We thought so, but you did quite a bit of damage. We found gang signs on them yesterday. One of them needed medical care. We were surprised you weren't fighting back at us." David just nodded.
"We are going to let you go and hold them for a while longer."
David nodded again. They walked him out of the cell and through some corridors. They returned his things at a little desk and released him again.
Amarilla and Lunara were the first ones out of the room. They had their complimentary breakfast and were underwhelmed. It was just some nearly stale bread with meat or cheese. But they scarfed it down anyway, and waited for Grodnix and Maka to come out of their respective rooms as well. As promised, they waited a little ways away from the entrance of the inn, where they had said goodbye to David the night before. While they waited, Lunara mended the dress that Amarilla tore up by accident. 2 hours went by before he jogged up to them. Amarilla immediately noticed a bruise on his cheekbone. "Did you get into a fight? Did you go look for—" He put up his hand to silence her, to calm her.
"I didn't go look for a fight. Someone tried to steal my bag. They locked us all up for the night." "Hope you got a few good punches in, too,"
Grodnix commented, nodding at David's bruised knuckles. David nodded at that comment.
"It's all settled now. Where do we go?"
he asked, trying to get the attention away from him. "I need to get some things in the city center. I'm not going to put my stall here, but I'd like to see if I can sell some small things." "Can I come? I'd love to see the city." "Of course, whomever wants to."
"I'll come along. I want to see if I can find some winter boots." "I think I need to find a bookstore."
"Oh, there's one on the west side of the city. Not exactly the way I'm going." Oh well, I could go with you. I don't have any plans at all," Amarilla said, and added in a whisper, "Can make sure you don't get into another fight."
"I heard that."
They all promised to be back at the inn at the end of the day, before nightfall, and both groups went their own way.
And there we go.
How are you guys liking it so far? always a little wait because of the delay. Trips me up more.
I love her little sassy remark.
I mean, lovely story. Thank you. I love it. Thank you.
I heard that. God damn it.
You shouldn't get in so many fights.
I mean, honestly, it's great being the voice of so many characters. You can just say whatever you want.
True. Love the part of David. There you go.
Oh, good. Nice.
I do too, actually.
I think it's really cool, yeah.
I like putting in a few different perspectives, but it's harder to write for a male, in my case. Yay! More. I mean, how could I refuse? Should we continue or should we wait?
Let's wait for a little bit more.
Okay.
Just a minute or two.
Have another sippy.
Have another sippy as well. Have some other people still be able to talk before they get silenced again.
Fair. Yay, it's more.
War. I mean, if nobody starts talking, then I guess, right?
That's fair. Now they all go quiet because they want more.
I agree with Grotnix. Nice.
I thought you would.
Good.
That's why I never asked.
If you're going down, then go down swinging.
I can't say anything. This sucks. Think of something that's still to come. How perfect that comment is. Thank you, Frog, for reassuring me. I'm so happy with some parts that I already have written.
Yeah.
It's gonna be until April for you to hear it.
Oh, I know it. When? April. It's gonna be in about 2 to 3 months.
Well, that's mean. I know.
Just reassurance to us.
Love you too, Momo.
We know.
Ooh, there's the dark one. We all knew that he had a little evil in him, but I always get tagged as the nice girl.
A little evil.
A little.
Apart from the fact that my main nickname is TheHolyFlam3.
Fair. But also, your own name is Holy.
Fair enough.
See Halo.
My catchphrase is hell yeah.
True. You are full of contradictions.
I'm probably the most.
Hi,
unholy.
Super Saiyan. Hi.
Hey, Super Saiyan.
Thank you for being here. How are
Hello,
you?
man.
Perfect timing. We're in the middle of 2 chapters. Like,
yeah.
Smack dab in the middle.
Smack dab.
How are you doing? Thank you for coming.
Just finished chapter 9.
Easiest way to hide the evilness is behind a name like Holy. Fair.
Yes, exactly.
I just hide behind my brownies. I just hide behind my brownies. I'm nice. See, I made brownies. Ultra instinct music.
It's all good.
Fair. You're well.
Doing well.
Glad.
Hyped for the next chapter. Hyped about last chapter.
I'm okay. I'm hyper now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Gives brownies, hides the poison. Shush, Momo! That's the secret ingredient.
I mean, most drugs are very addictive, right?
True. You never dare to eat my brownies ever again. I'm the one who makes
Blame me if you drugged me.
I mean, that's why I won those first few rounds of Magic when we started playing. Like, I just made it happen that way. Just now you know.
Yeah.
Hey Frog, I made brownies. Hide the peanut bags. Big smile. That would be poison. Get your nuts out. Hashtag get your nuts out. She seems like she's such a nice girl making brownies, but in the meantime, she's making them to use black magic. Using black magic.
I mean, she learned the black magic from Momo. She just made it special, incorporating it into baking skills.
Definitely. I need to make it more potent so you can win again.
Yes, exactly.
What a conversation to fall into for Dom.
Awesome.
I love it.
It's awesome.
I'm good, I promise. I wish I could do that evil laugh Momo does so well, and Cherry does so well. I can't.
Or the evil laugh that Knight does.
Yeah.
The gremlin laugh.
The gremlin laugh is so good. I agree.
It's scary, man.
I mean, no. Momo says try it.
Yeah, no.
Takes a witch to do a cackle. That's very true. Did I hear brownies? Yes, you did. You can only do a
gremlin laugh. Without a cackle.
You could probably do the gremlin laugh. Holy. There you go. No, that was great. Ask the people in chat. That was great. I mean, it's a compliment, Momo. It's definitely a compliment. I love the laugh too.
Instead,
I can do that. No offense to Knight. Where do you think he got the gremlin laugh in the first place? From Frog? I guess.
Is it Grublin Little Frog?
We called the Dragon Wolf.
Yep. Dragon Wolf. Grudnix.
You're still typing it wrong, by the way.
Typing your own character wrong, you idiot.
Thank God for autocorrect, right?
Yeah.
Apparently it's a brand that his autocorrect just corrects it to. He told me last time.
Oh yeah, Boblin was the name. Boblin the Goblin.
They used the wrong potion. They switched laughters.
Yeah.
From another... Oh yeah, exactly. I know.
Fair enough, Frog. Should have realized.
Love you too, Frog.
I love you, buddy, you fucking bastard.
No, it was different, right? It was jerk.
Bitch.
There you go. Big loves.
I am a bastard. Thank you.
It actually fits the character. I agree. Definitely. Yeah. That part of Supernatural?
Yeah, jerk bitch.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was from that. I think you told me. I just remembered the meme. Because you told me. Also, now I want pie. I mean, everyone wants pie. At
all times, pie is good.
I mean, I could joke and say I want pudding, and Momo would probably know what I mean from Supernatural, and Apple probably too. Pudding! Pudding! Yes. I don't know if you know the reference, Holly.
I don't know it, no. Not yet.
If either Apple or Momo can send the gift to Holly, because it's hilarious. Please do so, because I will forget. Not yet. Oh, he's not there yet. Are you guys watching? You guys are watching it?
Yeah.
Oh, then Momo don't. Then let them watch it. They should watch it. That scene is amazing.
I think I'm midway through chapter 2. Chapter 2. Season 2.
It's because of the story. You're forgiven.
Yeah.
I want pudding now. I mean, nibble? Want a nibble?
Creme brulee.
I am Momo's pudding. That's why I said, do you want a nibble? I mean, I would go for a snack, but I do that after stream because I don't like eating on camera.
Check my WhatsApp. Oh, God.
Oh? It doesn't give anything away, I think, if she did send it.
She did. Pudding! Fucking face.
It's hilarious. I love that scene. It's so great.
Pudding!
Pudding!
Jeez.
I mean, who wouldn't want Dean? Dean is cute. As is Sam. I don't care.
Sam is also, yeah.
They're so cute. Key, can I tell you, can you tell my hubby that if he wants to go snoring in the middle of the day, he should do so in bed. Maybe he listens to you. Hey, Andy, ga naar bed! There you go.
Whoa, Dutch.
Just one sentence.
I'm scared.
You're fine. We've just watched the whole Dutch show.
Yes.
Big baby.
Bleh.
Oh my god, I got a thing. A follow
Oh my god,
bot.
you got follow bot.
I have not had that in the longest time. He stopped snoring, totally heard you, then started again. Nightbot is quick. It's instant.
Yes.
He's doing really well. Feel free to ban the bot. The follow bot. Whomever.
It is.
He's like, what the
It
hell?
is already.
Nice. That's probably Dragonwolf then. He does that for you.
It should show up in chat though.
I do not. Now 7 did it.
7. Yep.
Thank you, 7.
Banning doesn't do a lot though. No,
I don't care. I don't care. Just they have to be gone. Right?
Get the fuck out.
Exactly.
The door.
There. I will do another.
It doesn't do a lot. There are like millions of those accounts, so.
True. Big on.
Thoughts.
Fair.
By the power of Zeus.
I command thee. I mean, I'd rather have Artemis shoot them than.
That's bitch slap with the might of Zeus.
Fair. I think that sound would even come out better if you don't slap, but snap. There you go. By the holy power of Ki. I like that. I got the power of God and anime on my side.
Yeah.
I'll show you why they call me Frogman Thunder Thighs.
The clap of Zeus.
Stares at old Slime Rancher Clippy. I think Apple will probably have seen all of it, yes. Here we go.
You saw the entire Supernatural? Twice.
Then she was being
if not
modest.
3 times. Ass butt, yes!
I know that one. Yes. Yes.
Someone say ball handler.
You can throw it in chat, Frog. I don't mind. It's a Clippy, after all. But I do think we might want to continue, because it's already 4. We're going into overtime. We usually take about an hour.
Yep. We have had a half an hour of pre-stream.
Yes.
A half an hour, 15 minutes of chapter, and 15 minutes of mid-stream.
Yes. Oh, you shouldn't know. You shouldn't know that yet.
You shouldn't know ball handler, no. But it's funny.
So, shall we continue?
We shall.
We shall. Chapter 10. Amarilla and David walked in silence for quite a while. Lunara hadn't been able to explain exactly where it was, so they roamed around the west side of the city. Eventually, they did find a bookstore. They went in together and looked around for a while. So, you like books? Amarilla asked as they passed each other.
No, I'm looking for information and I don't know where to look.
Well, what kind of information?
I want to know more about wolves, regular ones and werewolves.
Okay, well, wouldn't the library be more useful then?
Oh, yeah. We can look there next.
He looked around a little more, but they left empty-handed. They walked towards the city center, and it took them 2 hours to get there. They kept asking people for directions to the library, and eventually they found a small building. This is a little underwhelming for a large city like this. They went in anyways. It was at least bigger than the bookstore. Amarilla looked around the books, but she didn't really have any interest in them. Eventually, she found David at a table with several books around him. He was reading some things and shoved a book to her.
You might like this. It can show you how much you're like other wolves.
She started reading up a little bit about regular wolves. He shoved another book to her when she finished the first. I do a lot of these things, she muttered about an hour in. I just don't have a pack. She felt a little sad. She had lost her entire family because of the werewolf thing.
I think you're already making a new one.
David said, not even looking up from his book. She wasn't sure he even realized how much that meant to her. Amarilla had to take a moment to process. After that, she kept reading in the second book he showed her. They were both about regular wolves. Most things she read agreed with her personality. She had the wolf instinct and the protectiveness. Even when she wasn't a wolf, her sense of smell and vision were way better than that of a human. She couldn't think of a time where that hadn't been the case. They read for a while longer. David barely spoke and didn't show her anything anymore.
I'm done for now,
David announced, and he went to put the books back on the shelves. They left the library and went to find the inn again. It was easier with Amarilla's sense of smell. They stopped halfway there. David took Amarilla to a little stand along a street that was selling hamburgers. He paid for two and handed one to Amarilla. Thank you, she muttered, feeling bad that she didn't have any money to pay for her own food or lodging. He took a big bite, closed his eyes for a moment.
I really like food. I just don't need it.
That revelation made Amarilla look up. Then why do you eat?
See it as a guilty pleasure, but I can go forever without food, just like sleep. But I really like some kinds of food.
They ate the food while walking the last leg to the inn. They arrived just as dusk was setting in. The others were already waiting for them. Hey, did you find your books?
Yes, I found some interesting things.
We had a lovely day out, Maca said, hovering a little around Amarilla. I hope you had a good day too. Yeah, it was good.
So, Grodnix, you said something about getting new boots. Did you succeed?
Grodnick's eyes started to light up.
Why, yes, I did. First stall we went to, been wearing them since. They have a soft and fluffy inside and stay so warm, but not too warm, you know.
David smirked in agreement. Should we sleep here again? I was hoping to get out of the city. I feel uncomfortable inside cities. I'll go with you wherever you like. I wouldn't mind going back on the road. I don't need anything in the city anymore, Lunara answered. Grodnix just nodded, and so did David. Let's go towards the forest then. We can decide from there where we want to head next. They all agreed, and so they went back to the forest they had left the day before. The group traveled for hours, until it was actually too dark to move through the forest. Both Lunara and Amarilla didn't have any trouble seeing in the dark, but the others had less visibility. They found a place to camp for the night, a little ways off the path.
I'll stay up.
I can keep watch for a while too.
I won't sleep. If we're going to travel together, you guys will notice soon enough. I only need to meditate every now and then. I don't sleep like you guys.
Then you can do your meditation thing first. I'll keep watch, and then we switch up.
Grodnik said, shrugging his shoulders. The nonchalance was refreshing to Amarilla. Grodnik didn't mind David being different in any way. He just accepted it at face value.
Good idea,
David said, and he nodded at the goblin. Laying on the forest floor is always more comfortable as a wolf. Would you guys mind if I, Go for it, Lunara said, already gathering a sleeping bag to make herself comfortable. Maca had gotten new provisions in the city, Amarilla noticed. A backpack with a sleeping bag hanging underneath. If I want to come with you guys, I might as well be prepared, she said, when she noticed Amarilla was looking at the new stuff. Amarilla offered her a small smile, then turned away to get undressed at a more hidden spot behind the cart. Well, I'll see you naked anyway, eventually, Maca said, sounding a little smug. Amarilla knew she was probably right, but ignored it anyway. By being behind the cart, she could toss the dress straight into one of Lunara's bags and shift into her wolf. She walked back to the group and lay down next to Lunara. You know, I always thought dog-like creatures would try to hunt me a little because of the stereotype, but you actually look a little cute, she said, patting Amarilla on the head. Amarilla huffed and rolled her eyes back. Maca was the first person to go lay down for some sleep, and David went into his meditative state while Lunara and Grodnik were still chatting silently. I can't believe you got caught stealing that little trinket, Lunara muttered. At least you didn't get caught, Maca murmured from her sleeping bag, halfway asleep.
Wait, what? You pickpocketed too?
It's easy. People make it easy, she said, shrugging her shoulders. Lunara took a watch and a small coin purse from her cloak and showed Grodnik her loot. Amarilla hadn't really expected Lunara to be a pickpocket, but she didn't have much. She couldn't comment anyway. Amarilla had stolen food or clothing in the past, if she really needed it. She lay down her head and it took her a little time to fall asleep. Just before sunrise, when the sun was at its lowest, Amarilla heard soft voices, almost about to discount that as Grodnik and David changing their guard. She heard too many sounds. She huffed and opened her eyes completely. With her ears up straight, she heard way more. Footsteps were coming their way. She let out a low whine.
What's wrong?
Amarilla was already nudging Lunara awake, a low growl emanating from her throat. She could hear David move to wake Grodnik, and the footsteps became quicker. That made it easier for her to pinpoint. She shut up and charged based on the sound. Immediately she realized she was up against a tracker demon, a dark creature. Amarilla bit straight into his outstretched arm. She knew they had a base level of attack magic, so she was trying to be careful. It was hard dodging them. Her attack on his arm hit home, and the demon whined in response. 2 other creatures were charging, and she realized one of them was the orc that attacked them before. The orc went straight for David. The other was another tracker demon. He moved towards Lunara and Maca. Amarilla pulled back a little and bit into the arm again. He murmured something, and she could feel the scorching heat pass her as she dodged the spell.
David's perspective. David could see the orc coming towards him. Grodnik reached behind himself and grabbed his warhammers. Help the girls, David said sternly. Grodnik had no time to decide for himself. The girls were being attacked, and everything was happening quickly. The orc charged, and David prepared. He dodged the first 2 slashes of the orc's broadsword, and then delivered a strong punch to his side. The sword hand swung back, and with the hilt of the sword, the orc hit David's face. A cry from the side of one of the other creatures sounded.
Bow, master!
It cried to the orc as Amarilla tore into its neck. Amarilla had a scorch mark along her back, but she kept attacking. David knew Baal would only be distracted for a second. He whipped his head back and forced it forward, smashing his head into Baal's. He staggered back, giving David an opening to punch again. He mustered up as much force as he could and hit Baal on the shoulder. David could feel the clavicle break of Baal's sword-dominant arm. It took him 1 second to switch the sword, but it was a weapon usually wielded by 2 hands. This gave David an advantage. He geared to punch again, but Baal had recovered. He swung the sword low, and David had to jump back. It wasn't quick enough. The sword hit him in the torso,
on the right side. It sliced into his skin, and a searing pain made him pant. David charged again, without letting out a sound.
Amarilla murdered the tracker demon that had attacked them without remorse. He yelled out for the orc, calling him Baal. When the demon stopped moving, she whipped around to go help Grodnix, Lunera, and Maka. Grodnix and Lunera were both trying to keep the demon from getting close to Maka. She could see that they were doing all right. Suddenly, David's scent became 10 times stronger, so her eyes whipped to him as Baal's sword left his body. Without a thought, David charged at him. Amarilla was about to go help him when a loud noise disturbed their battle sounds. She instantly moved. The last time she heard that sound, a bullet got lodged into her back leg.
How are you not dead?
She looked around and saw a man with a gun pointed at her. His features were hyena-like. He was still quite far away, but he was very dangerous. She growled at him, and he shot at her. She was quick enough to dodge the bullet. Her reflexes as a wolf were way better than that of a human.
That first bullet should have killed you weeks ago. I made sure they were silver.
He yelled, clearly angry. She realized instantly that he was hunting her. Another growl, a lot louder, resonated through the trees. She could still hear the others fighting behind her, but she couldn't focus. She wanted to charge, but she knew that when she got closer, she wouldn't have time to dodge the bullet. Amarilla could hear Grodnix make a loud grunt. She could almost see him wield that heavy hammer. An unfamiliar voice cried in pain, and suddenly Maka was next to Amarilla. The hyena, unsure who to shoot, moved his gun between them. I need some of your energy, Maka muttered, petting Amarilla. I promise I'll be good. Amarilla could already feel something happening as Maka touched her. She whined for a second, but then she looked up at Maka. The girl closed her eyes, and Amarilla felt renewed energy pulsing off Maka. She had only had a split second to look at Maka. Her eyes darted back to the hyena as his eyes went from hunter to fear. Deep-rooted, mortal terror. He shot at the floor, like he could see things they couldn't. He emptied his entire gun before he started running away. Amarilla looked back at Maka. The energy she had felt diminished, and Maka dropped to her knees. I need to feed, she moaned. The battle wasn't over. Amarilla looked back to David. Both he and Baal were covered in wounds, and both looked like they couldn't fight for much longer. Lunara was helping Grodnix with a wound on his arm. He couldn't wield his hammer. Just as Amarilla was about to jump in, despite her lower energy, Baal moved forward, slicing a path through David's arm. Without flinching, David grabbed his wrist and punched in his elbow. Baal dropped the sword, and David caught it. He whipped it around on Baal and sliced through his lower abdomen. A large grunt came from the orc. Both men dropped to their knees just before Amarilla reached them. She had never seen David that tired. Baal grabbed his sword that they had dropped to the floor, but instead of attacking again, he fled. Amarilla was about to follow him, growling and ready to rip off his head.
Amarilla,
David muttered, touching her fur lightly as she was passing. It made her stop. He looked her in the eye for a moment. His eyes closed, and he passed out. Chapter end. Smiley wolf.
Smiley wolf.
Sad smiley wolf.
Sadness.
Don't worry about it, Weeks.
I have to hold in my laughter from Froglin and Feeks. You're getting hunted by the Winchesters and an orc, and I would like to apologize for my fellow hyenas. I had to fucking hold in my laughter throughout the chapter.
See, this is why I don't look at chat, or barely. Please don't make this the cliffhanger. I'm sorry, Momo. I don't have anything else ready. Can say
You're gonna have to wait.
Yes, definitely. Grodnix needs more combat attention, don't you worry.
Don't worry about it, bud. Do not worry.
Can I say I do not condone this man. Very much stinkiness. Yes.
Much stinkiness, yes. One of the bad hyenas.
Yes.
I mean, he is male hyena, so.
I'm always worried, but that might be a good thing here.
Yeah.
Battle is not always the good thing, but there will definitely be more.
Oh, yeah. David Navidad. Merry Christmas.
Well, that would only work in December, right?
Yes.
Although it is fall in the story, for anyone who hadn't noticed.
Yep.
It is cold out.
Coming up to winter.
Poor guy needed to prove he's an alpha. No,
Hint, he's not.
Way too early, Frog. Bonk.
Bonk.
Well, it's different though, Frog. Feliz David is not the same.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. I mean, it's a very much Christmassy song.
Yes.
That's how it is.
Especially because he follows up that sentence of Feliz Navidad to I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. So I think it's a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay, Frog, fine.
Yeah, all right.
You do you, boo.
You know, Frog, everything needs to be Christmas. Damn
fair.
straight.
That's fair. So how did you guys like it?
May I answer?
Yes, of course.
I fucking love it.
Why wouldn't you be able to answer? For the last time you answered if you liked this was 3 months ago when I wrote it.
Oh yeah, I did. Frog does the big enjoy.
Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. I'm glad you guys like it. Also,
is Baal just a name or actually taken off the demonic entity?
It's a name that I found a meaning behind and discussed with. Did we already say who Baal was?
The creator of the character.
Yeah, did we give out?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I think we did. But yes, the name I decided upon with that person.
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay, cool. So
it's
I decided.
I remembered.
Yeah. So I decided it with Knight because he didn't decide at first. He was like, I'm not sure yet. So I found this name and we both thought it was fitting. You guessed it the first time. Fair enough. I think a lot of people did then maybe. Chunky lad. He's actually based around an Urukai from Lord of the Rings. So if you guys want to see how he looks, look up Urukai.
Basically, yeah.
That is very much what we're going after. Chunky lad.
The chunky lad. Large orc.
Very big orc. I love that part. What do you mean, Momo? What part?
I think everything. What part? From the start to now.
4 streams ago to now.
Yeah.
Might need to draw him too. I will give you them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't you worry about that. That it's like the Urukai. Okay, fair enough. You do love Lord of the Rings a lot. So I figured you would like that, yes.
Oh, Frog.
Oh boy. Take your
Yikes.
time. Take your time, Frog.
Take care, man.
Exactly. I hope you're
likes that guy as well.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's all the books and stuff. I don't like it. What do you mean?
No, nothing.
If you need more book characters to draw, Apple, I still have a set. You have a bunch. You have a bunch. Momo redeemed the sippy.
Ooh, good one. To be fair, without the drinks, or without the sippy redeems, I still take a bunch of sippies.
Me too.
On my own.
I don't think I do it as much as you do because I can hear you.
Oh, whoops.
It's all right.
Stomach feels like a cauldron. about to bubble over.
I do hope you're alright, Frog.
Yeah. Don't drink from Momo's poisons.
It's your
It's your
fault.
fault for stealing my potions.
Oh man.
You're not supposed to drink the potions. You're supposed to be in them. You're an ingredient, Frog.
Well, I did say in Genshin that I wouldn't use the frogs for cooking because he asked me, and then I did use them for crafting potions.
Yeah.
I'll just drink the frog. What the fuck?
No, wait. No, Frog, you get me wrong. Like, you're not an ingredient. Your mucus is the ingredient.
Oh, that's not what you said. I can't blame him here.
That's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
I do redeems when I notice no sippies for more than 30 minutes and no one else redeems. Fair enough.
Oh.
Baal is one of the lords of hell in demonology. I don't remember it that well. Yes, Baal is one of the lords. Fair.
I need to read up on demonology.
You do like to puddle in my cauldron, Momo. Change that intonation and it becomes something really different. I trip and fall sometimes. Not my fault. Sure, Frog, sure.
Stumbly little frog.
The edge is slippery.
Your long, flippery feet.
That's what they all say.
Not good for running.
This is so much fun. I love you guys. You keep chat a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I may have realized that I'm already almost at 110 followers.
Yes.
I did not expect to be higher than you.
I mean, Knight is also higher than I am.
Yeah, but Knight streams way more than I do.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not surprised at that. And he posts in way more Discords than you do as well.
Yeah. I also just don't get a lot of new followers.
I can post you in all the Discords if you want. I'm a secretary after all.
I mean, I don't know. Because I'm never active in other...
That's fair. Wouldn't have to do it for all of them. I could just go for, oh guys, come check out this person. And then they come into the Poison Dart dungeon.
Maybe.
I'm missing chat. And OBS is annoying. It's scrolling.
Froglin is correct, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
Well.
And thank you, Hope. I did see your comment. Love you too. I mean,
just look at the numbers.
It's annoying then, though, because I stream once every 3 weeks.
I know it's annoying, but it's also just like human nature.
You stream 3 to 4 times a week. You should definitely have more followers than I do. You have way more variety on your channel. You're also here.
Yep.
Literally here.
Also at night.
And night, yes. You should definitely have more followers. Everyone should have all the follows they want.
And if things go well, I'm also able to... You're also going to be able to find me on the Airfeast channel as well.
Yeah.
But with way less mic quality, but that's fine.
It's going to be soon, too.
Yeah, about... I don't know when he's going to...
I think it's going to be one more stream, maybe 2.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Jesus, that guy goes so fast.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun, though, this morning.
Nice.
I did miss a bit because I had to do groceries, but it was fun. So for everyone who hasn't yet, follow Erfie.
Yeah, just plug in my big brother.
and follow Holy, and follow Frog, and Momo, and all of the lovely people. Elizabeth, I mean, I don't know if there's anyone more in my chat actually streaming, Hubby, Infamous Mr. 7.
Mm-hmm.
Ramdude.
Big Brother is watching, says Froglin.
Well, he was.
Oh, you got full Revel ready to smash.
I don't know how far he was. He just said he needed to grind once more and then he could just one-shot it. That's literally the sentence I heard him say.
Well, he's incorrect.
If you say so.
But he's going to one-shot it in one go, basically. But he's not going to be able to one-shot it in one hit.
Well, I don't know what he meant. I just say what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he meant, so I can't say it in the right way, I guess. Minecraft.
Tonight's Minecraft.
Definitely go check out the Minecraft stream for Frog.
Hell yeah.
Don't follow me, I'm not streaming at the moment anymore. You might though.
Minecraft.
Well, just make sure that there's so many people on your channel that you'll be like, I want to stream again. Not next Wednesday, but the one after that I'm going to take another try at streaming. Hopefully it'll work. If you need any help...
If you have any troubles, need any help, just ask.
Me, Frog, Holy.
Anyone.
There's this lovely thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. There's this lovely... Why didn't I include the Poison Dart Dungeon?
Jelly!
Woo! Jelly! Thank you for being here. Have you been here long? Did you just shush for a while? I mean, being feminine female has an innate advantage. However, content is king. I mean, looks attract, but you stay for the character. That's fair.
Truer words have not been spoken.
That's fair. Elizabeth K asks, any idea how to stream without a cam? Yeah, you put up a picture.
Just don't include a camera.
Don't include this. I could take it away. Where is it? There we go. That was perfect. For me it was. I don't know if it was for them, but for me it was.
If it's perfect for you, your timings go to...
Nice. Then it was perfect timing. That was
hell yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, you can definitely take it away. He's at ONS, so after that it will go fast, depending if he does all the bosses or just goes to kill Gwen. That's fair.
He should kill all the bosses and go through the DLC as well.
Jelly was chilling.
Prepare to cry.
Jelly was chilling, but the female and male streamer thing is a great discussion. Had to jump in. Fair. You have so many followers, though. We can't even compare yet.
No.
Yes, I think it was. I mean, there's also a reason that streams without facecams get less people checking it than checking it out than streams with. Not to mention if they don't talk. I agree with that. I prefer to see the person, which is why I wanted a cam as well. It was perfect timing.
Which is why I think it's gonna upgrade Airfy streams.
Yeah.
If he starts using a cam and using overlays and just making his streams look better.
I agree. He needs a capture card first, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Same for anything on the Xbox, but yeah.
Yeah, but you have overlays and it works.
I have overlays for my computer, but I can't use them on my Xbox because I can't stream through my computer yet.
No, true.
So I need a capture card still.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, I didn't have the time to figure that out last Friday. Oh well, next time it can only go better. Yes, and if you have questions, let us know.
Jelly, that's not true though. We were talking about you, yes. You don't suck.
Definitely don't suck. Although you can definitely be part of the idiot crew.
Yes, you are formally invited to the idiot crew.
And I'm the supervisor. I'll just put you in the pen. It's fine.
Wow, you do a good job at sucking, Jelly.
If you feel the joy from streaming, go with it. You got plenty of support. I agree with Vixie, Momo. Read Vixie's comment.
#idiot crew.
Yay.
Nice.
But yeah, same as with any entertainment business, it's about looks first. I guess that's true. If it looks good, then you're more likely to stay. Fixie, I feel it, but also feel like my streams aren't good enough because it falls dead or quiet, and I just don't know anymore what to stream. I can see why. I can definitely see why. I just hope.
I mean, I wouldn't just give up on streaming. I would keep it in mind, like in the back of your mind. Yeah.
Definitely would like you to go back, because I think you could do a lot here.
Oh yeah.
Adam doet plays with fire. We knew that. Vlammen.
Vlammen.
Hashtag idiot crew. That's why I don't do it alone. I actually told Momo that she should look into co-hosting if she wants, if she feels like it's silent, because it actually helps a lot to have someone actually talking to you.
Yeah,
even when your chat
actually make it a co-op stream, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Just have someone regularly.
Yes, but having talk back to me keeps the combo going. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Don't give up, Momo. A lot of my streams are dead quite a lot of the time, 2 to 7. It's sadly also true.
Yep.
I do try to be everywhere as well, but sometimes you just can't.
The creating streams were super cool though, Momo.
I agree. You asked me not 2 days ago if you went back to streaming what I would like to see, and I said creating things. That's fair. The materials is the thing. Understandable. Well, then switch it off. Do a lot of creating streams, and then every once in a while, when you don't have the money for it, just go for a game. Yeah. I really liked watching the Stardew Valley things as well. It was a lot of fun.
Just don't stream a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I stream every 3 weeks.
Yeah, just every once in a while.
Once every 3 weeks. I do intend to go a bit more, but I will actually be trying to get co-hosts for all of the things I'm going to do, because I feel more comfortable this way.
Cool.
I kind of want to spoil what I wanted to say, what I'm going to do, but now I don't know if I can. It's fine. I mean, Twitch can also be manipulated into to an extent if you aren't keen on posting to YouTube and social media. What do you mean, Jelly? Running lower on
I don't know.
That's fair enough, Momo. Stardew Valley was a lot of fun. Creating things and playing games you feel good with. I agree, Veeks. That's definitely...
Yeah, that sounds like cool, strange content, right?
Exactly.
I like it.
I mean,
it's not something you hear often.
We've been talking for over an hour and had half an hour of story.
Yep.
Just to show you how much a co-host can do. Because on my own, I wouldn't have gotten this far. Granted, with chat,
exactly. Like,
with
we
chat
keep
helps.
Conversation together, and we keep conversation going both ways, basically.
I want to make a gift during a stream or two, but it's expensive and takes a lot of time. Fair. Oh, just simple planning. Picking a category that's popular but not oversaturated. A category where you'll end up in the top 10 with your average viewership, but that has a niche following.
Right. Yeah.
Knowing your audience, knowing where to look for them or how to bait them, basically. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, and also just filling a gap in the market.
Yeah.
That's quickly how you get new people to follow or new people to see you.
Ooh,
Hey, butter!
We got a stretchy.
Butter with a stretch.
Stretchy. And a sippy.
Yeah, sippy.
Good stretchies.
Like Dark Souls 2 and Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum were categories where I got a great number of people both to follow and stay.
Hope, yes, an active chat helps, but also you needed followers or at least people to come watch you first to have an active chat. But yes, having an active chat will keep people in your chat because they also have someone to talk to on their own. So yes and no, because if you start out without anyone, it's very hard to get there.
It's very silent.
Yes.
If you're playing a game, I noticed because my viewer count at the start were super low. Of course, everybody starts out with 0. Being able to talk to your game, being able to just run through what you're doing, without anyone listening, is very nice.
It's true. I did that with Ori a lot. I would talk to Ori, just mentioning what he did wrong, even though I did it. It's fine. I'm an idiot. Just a little. Buddha goes, jelly! Ooh, now that I have you here, Jelly, now I can say it. Jelly, I love you. Conditionally.
Conditionally.
But technically it's unconditional, because I love all my friends unconditional.
We love you. Unconditionally.
I only had 3 people in chat during my first stream. I remember. I was there. I wasn't there a lot, but I was there.
During your first stream, 3 people was decent.
That's true.
I had, for my first 3 weeks, I had 0.
Oh. I had Momo in my chat the first time. Talking to me. That's why the Discord servers are nice. You can often find some people that will come to the chat. That's very true, Apple. That is definitely the way I promote myself. I put everything in everyone's channel. And like Jellies, he actually has a bot that promotes me for me. I don't have to do it. Which I really, really like. I'm not very active in his Discord, but I will go check every once in a while and pitch in if I have a thing to say. But yeah. And I do talk to Jelly a bit. I like Jelly.
Jelly is cool. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely. You have to talk a lot. Silent skills of stream. So narrating what you're doing is really important. I agree. Love you too. Conditionally.
I mean, seeing that Froglin started out with nothing, Knight started out with nothing, I started out with nothing, then the Poison Dart Dungeon got bigger. And now Erfi came in, promoted himself once, and he got 15 viewers at his first stream. Like, he's not high always in viewer count, but he got so much of a boost from just promoting himself once. Yes. There's always people that just see you go live and are like, oh, well, maybe I'm just going to check this guy out because, I don't know, it's the first time.
True.
It's his first stream. We want to make him feel comfortable about it, you know?
True.
So if you have no community, it's going to go slow. If you have a bigger community, such as the Poison Dart Dungeon, where there's just a lot of people, a lot of stream watchers, then you get big boosts for all your community members.
Definitely.
It's great. It's just like the people helping people. Streamers helping streamers. That's what the Poison Dart Dungeon is all about.
And I want the living room to be something similar. But to be fair, I am more found in the Poison Dart Dungeon, which is why I was confused why it's not in my Discord link, because I definitely need to add that one. I'm always there. I'm never in my own server. I'm always in the Poison Dart Dungeon. I saw it, Buddha. I'm sorry. I was gonna say to Dragon Wolf, like, no, it's not done yet. But now you get 2. And you get to refund one of them. So, the first cuddle for Buddha.
We're all doing well, Buddha.
Shark. We both have this short, by the way. For anyone who
I also have
doesn't know. And then another one.
More shark.
Cuddle. There we go.
Exclamation point dungeon. There we go.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was so confused. I was like, it should be there. Thank you, Frog. You're a good frog. So yes, now Dragon Wolf, they are done.
Yes.
Good mod. Good boy. Bestest boy. And it really helps. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, thank you. It's getting better. It's not always going great, so getting better. I did have viewers, but no chatters. That happens a lot, Momo. That's fair. Sadly, book Twitch isn't a big thing, and even less so in Dutch. Then make it a thing.
Yeah. Be that niche.
Go for it.
Fill that gap.
As hard as you can, and then just make sure that people come. Come say hi. Promote everywhere. You don't only have to promote in Discord. You can go for Facebook. You can go for your Instagram. You have plenty of social medias to go for.
Anything can be exciting to watch if you make it exciting, Momo.
Yeah. Do it twice.
Working on it. Don't pressure me.
But yeah, Momo, I get that. As I said, for half a year I was alone in my stream, which was basically great practice for pure talking. Yeah, I was alone, and yeah, I turned off my viewer count, and I still keep it disabled because discouragement is hard. Gaming is easy since you always have stuff to react to. IRL art stuff is a bit harder. I agree.
True. Yep. I like my to see my viewer count, so I know how many people are watching. So I know how much I can talk about or how much I can wait for answers.
But you do have, or you have had in your streams a moment where you saw your view count that it was low, especially low compared to your average.
Yeah.
And it discouraged you. So technically his point stands. It's hard to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your count going down. I can totally see why. I don't have it on. I don't check. Like, I won't say I don't care, but technically I don't really care. I just like people being here, and if they want to be here, they're here. If they can't, if they don't want to, then that's fine.
Yeah, you don't care about the amount of people, you just care about the people that are here.
Yeah, like I'm happy you want to be here, so welcome and thank you. But if you don't want to be here, then that's fine too. I won't look at how many people have been looking at me. I don't need to know.
It helps for asking questions to chat.
But
if you have things like for example, my Pokemon stream where I wanted names for my Pokemon, I ask chat and I get 1 or 2 messages back, and I look at my viewer count and I'm like, okay, well, I can wait a little longer. Yeah. There are more people than 2. Give me another name. Give me another suggestion, you know?
That's kind of the reason I don't, or even in my old streams, didn't ask questions when chat was low. I would ask questions if chat is like this, because there's a bunch of people right here, and if I now ask a question, I know at least someone is going to answer because it's already active. But I wouldn't ask a question that stops my progress.
Yeah.
So
exactly what Frogman just said.
Yeah. I didn't read that yet because I was talking.
No, you were talking, I read it, and I was like, hey, this is exactly what you just described.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves you hanging at nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had that in my brownie stream, but that was because a lot of lag happened, and then we fell silent, and then you don't know how to continue because you also want an answer, and if you continue on to something else, it feels like it's past. So it's harder to get back to. But you don't want to wait too long, because then the silence forms.
And then nothing happens.
So it's a delicate balance.
Yep. Create an equilibrium.
But I do love this, because it gives us time. We basically just don't look at chat for a while, and then people get to answer what they thought of what we did. Yeah, true. When you get raided and you see 9 people came with a raid and the view count goes from 0 to 9, and while you didn't even finish greeting them, it already goes down to 1, that kind of hurts. Fair.
Yep.
Very, very fair. There is a button that looks like a little eye, and if you click it, it goes with a little stripe through, and then you don't see it anymore. That's at least how you do it on Twitch. That's as far as I know, in your own creator dashboard.
Oh God, I'm lost now. I clicked the button. Now it's gone.
Right click.
Shit.
Right click. Now I'm kind of curious because I can't see it in my OBS. How many viewers do we have?
The last time I checked, 16, but now it's gone.
16? Okay, that kind of blew me away. I did not expect that. I thought it would be like 10. I did not expect that.
Oh, there we go. 15 when is my watching now.
That is quite a lot, Apple. I agree.
Yep. That is quite a lot.
I did not expect that, honestly.
There's a lot of hype for story.
There's a lot of hype for story.
It's also a great time on a Sunday.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, it's a great time for people to come in, watch a bit, go do their stuff,
Yeah.
People love your story, yeah.
I mean, thank you. Also, I know you do, but it's also still very hard to have a generalization. I'd rather have everyone tell me than someone say everyone does. Nothing personal, because I know you love my story. Also, you were
Momo does as well.
You were the only
Why
one.
would Faglin be here if you didn't like it?
I mean, everyone that's here, I know you like it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. That's not.
Of course.
That wasn't my point. But like Apple was the only one aside from Holy who knew that it was ending with a cliffhanger. She just didn't know what it was. Because when I realized that, I was in call with her and I went, "Oh, it ends here," and she was like, "What?"
Shit.
Like it kind of ends at something. Yeah, have a good time. Yesterday she didn't like it very much, so good luck on that.
Sounds kind of sadistic, doesn't it?
Yeah, she could have added force feed. She could have definitely added force feed.
I mean, yeah, but it's a child.
Yeah. Benny D Creatives. Hi, how are you? Ben Drown.
Hey.
Oh my god, that's been a while.
Damn.
Sorry I wasn't chatting, I've been lurking. Thank you so much. I have been okay. How have you been?
I've been hyped.
Yes, that too. Me? Sadistic? Nah.
Nah.
That's definitely the exact same way she would have said
it. She has said those sentences before, so I know.
She is also totally not sarcastic.
Me? Sarcastic? Nah. Me? An idiot? Nah. You didn't notice. You didn't? Oh.
I'm a little lost.
Out of anyone, you know me the best here, so.
I'm a little lost. What did you not notice?
That I'm hyped.
Oh. I know you less than I knew.
Yeah, of course.
I've been well. It's good to see you again. Sorry I can't stay long, but I wanted to at least pop in and say hi. That's no problem. We're actually already finished with the story for today. We're just chatting, just having fun, chatting a little bit with chat. Oh, Frog's
Howdy,
back.
Ben.
And we just have this lovely picture of a wolf to look at.
Smiley wolf.
Smiley wolf.
Yes. Froggy!
Buddies back together.
Yeah.
It's always a lot of fun. I like conversations happening in your chat, even if it's not against the person streaming. Unless they ask a question, like answer it. But
I love chat talk.
Wait, I came too late for a story? I thought it was just a break.
Nope.
Sorry, Buddha.
This is the second break.
This is a very long break. It's going to take 3 weeks for the cliffhanger to be resolved.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, buddy.
I do think we should probably start ending the story, because otherwise someone's coming into your room with food.
No.
No?
No.
Well, fair enough then. I can go for hours, but I don't think that's a good idea. Although I'm having fun.
I am having fun. This is great.
I'm having so much fun. I guess we won't be playing Genshin, though.
I don't think so, no. Kind of expected to be done like 50 minutes ago.
Me too.
Not that I'm not having fun. I mean, I'd have this rather than stopping 50 minutes earlier.
True.
Because that means that chat is fucking booming.
True. Genshin? Genshin!
Genshin?
Yes, Genshin. I play Genshin.
A game that I will never play on stream.
No. I have, though. I have a few times at the beginning.
Yes.
Coco Goat hates me.
Hates me.
I don't have the Coco Goat. Ganyu.
Ah.
I wish for her 33 times. Oh my god. Got about 70 more to go then.
Just about.
Dragon Wolf actually has her. Very happy about it.
53 wishes and counting.
So about 30 to go, and you'll probably get a 5-star. Just don't know which one. It might be her.
This is exactly what I have with what's it called? Gacha games.
Mm.
You get the things other people want, but never the thing you want.
Yeah.
So Dragon Wolf got Ganyu. He wanted Ganyu, yes, but he also wants Razor.
I may have 5 razors by now. 5 or 6. I feel so guilty. Although I do use them. I mean, you have the worst luck.
I have the worst luck, yes.
I think for me it's useful that I went in without any expectations and just went in to try the characters that I get.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I want at this point, but I will wait for it until that happens, is Diluc.
Yep.
But I'm not like, every time I get a 5-star, I'm not like, oh, it's not him. I can't. I'll just be happy with what I get.
Yeah, and like I said, you only get the things other people want and never the things you want. If you want them all, you get nothing. That's where I am now.
I went in
want them all.
I went in not expecting anything, and I got a lot. I also play way more than you do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Signs and constellations.
Also, what, 15 ranks higher?
I'm at 45.
Yep, 15 ranks higher.
It makes it easy to do bosses on your world level.
Yeah.
At least I have a sweet Sucrose Constellation 3 with me. I love this one so much. Nice.
Oh, Sucrose is nice. I like her as well. That was my first character that I got. Except for Noelle, but...
Noticing a pattern here. Key speaks, baby quiet, happy. Holy starts speaking, baby cries. I think she doesn't like you, Holy.
Fair enough.
Don't stop speaking now. Please.
I make baby sad.
You make people fearful.
I make people sad.
Redeems Dark One's growl. Do I have to do it actually on your channel? Pay the nugget?
No.
I'm more annoyed when I get a thing someone wants a lot than when I don't get something I want. Fair. Mm-hmm. Same. It's just like, no, Genshin, why?
Genshin, why? You have betrayed me.
Don't scare the baby.
No threaten, baby.
I mean, the baby lives in a house with a lot of other people. I'm sure she can deal eventually. Worse is I got 3 raises when sharing screen and Dragon Wolf was there. 3 different occasions, yes. I was there for 2.
I got 2 racers, I think. Dragon Wolf was there.
I think I am at 5 in total now, so the Constellation 4. I'm pretty sure. I keep getting him. It's not my fault. And I told him, if I could, I would have given it.
Yeah. Same. I never use Razor, so you can have him.
Yeah.
I just wanted his log entry.
Just want them all once, at least. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Same. The only one that could have yeeted was Lisa. I really don't care. I
couldn't care less. I just got her as well.
Yeah, you got a Constellation because you already had her.
Yeah.
And then I'm already hearing Dragon Wolf type, but her thighs, though.
No, her voice actor.
Or both.
Both is good.
Now wait for his answer. Am I wrong? Ooh. Lisa's voice actor is so amazing. There we go.
God damn it.
I love this so much.
Oh.
Was that your stomach?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I hope they heard that on stream. I could hear that.
Bah.
I mean, it's your dinner time. I can't blame you.
Yes, it is.
Going through her voice line is just pure orgasms.
You think, dude?
Ram doet her too.
Oh.
That's so funny to me. For a second, I thought it was me. That's why I was like, wait, was that you?
No, that was me. I may be a little hungry.
Go get something to eat.
But stream's still up, so
We're gonna finish. I think this is a good place to finish.
I mean, in exactly 4 minutes would be a great time to stop at exactly 5.
Oh, I'm very bad at timing, but we could try.
Yeah. Do I have anyone to raid
I don't
in the
know.
meantime?
I don't even have Chrome open.
I have 0 other channels that I follow that are online. So no one to raid on my end.
Let me see. What do I have? I do have 2 people online. One of which Buddha and Jelly might know. It's called Silver Skid. It's playing Destiny 2. I don't know what kind of game that is.
Destiny 2 is a shooter game.
I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, they have 4 people viewing. So I think we should just raid and be happy they get my people to come say hi.
Yep.
Send you vid, baby. Baby doesn't mind the cauliflowers much this time. Nice. I will look at it after.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
It's Space Pew Pew. It's robots and stuff.
Fair enough. I mean, a few of these people here do play those types of games, so I think I'm sending them to the right place.
I know Frogland likes Destiny.
Nice. I don't know if Frog is still here.
Frog Frenzy thinks it's the best game to ever come out.
Fair enough. I doubt he's here, though.
He is not.
Oh, by the way, thank you for the follow on my channel, Kiana. I think you started to follow me when I was offline, so I didn't have a chance to thank you earlier. That's no problem. I follow everyone that follows me. Just to have a baseline, and then generally, if I notice that people don't stream at all, I will unfollow.
Yeah.
Unless I already know they don't stream, then I might unfollow before that. Unless they're friends, then they're in my friend list too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's put this raid in.
Do we have a raid message? Who are we gonna raid?
Silver Skid.
Silver Skid. Destiny 2. Do we have a raid message to plunk in this raid?
I have no idea because I don't know the game that well. Does the game have a story?
It does.
From one story.
Do you know it? Another? No, I do not.
From one story into another. I don't know the game. I don't know what the story is about. We can go from the forest to something, but I don't know.
This raid was destined for Destiny 2 raid.
No.
Here comes the story pack.
That would work too.
I mean, the raid message of Space Pew Pew is also kind of funny.
Fair.
Kind of like that.
Let's do that. I like it.
Just add some emotes to it. Just
yes.
Space Pew Pew.
Yes. I will start the raid because I think I should be able to by now.
Silver Skid.
Oh, it's going really quick. I don't know if it's gonna run out, so if it does, bye and thank you. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. That was new.
Oh, that's preparing.
Yeah, but I never saw that way. But fair enough. Then it gives me a few minutes now. Nice. Yes. Let make that the raid message that Holy just sent in the chat. Oh,
hell yeah!
His channel is intended for mature audiences. I don't know if that changes anything.
Is it? It doesn't say it on my end.
It says it in my chat.
I mean, either one. Ram is also a good one. This raid was destined for Destiny 2 raid.
Yeah, choose whichever.
Here comes the story pack. Just get anything and just yell
yeet it into his chat, definitely. I do want to thank everyone so much for being here, and Holy, thank you so much for doing this with me again.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Mind if I go with my own raid message? As long as it's not vulgar, go for it.
All right. Yeah, Frog, just go for it, man.
No problem. Yeah. No problem. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great night or day, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. And yes, I will short cuddle quickly. Cuddle. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You were too late.
I know.